This is another episode of The Right Life Podcast, your number one source for everything bariatric surgery, from pre-op to post-op. Registered dietitian Alex Conception gives you real, raw tips and motivation through your journey. This is The Right Life Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Right Life Podcast. We're doing things a little bit different today. I have my very first interview, okay? So this gentleman, he's helped me out tremendously. You know that I speak on mindset and expectations, realistic expectations, and this gentleman has helped me in my mental state, in my mindset. Honestly, I've been talking about doing a podcast for almost a year, and meeting him for the first time got me launched and took me out of my comfort zone in 1 week. In the first day. So he is a transformational speaker, master hypnotist, and best-selling author. This is Mark Yuzuik. How are you doing?
Alex, thanks for having me on. I remember when we first met. I remember that. And I think you were on stage with Sam, and he put you up there, and I said, I love to read people's body language. You can read them, and I remember looking at you and go, when are you going to do your first podcast? And you went, oh, man, and your body was squirming like a worm trying to get out of some dirt, And I said, whoa, hang on a second. I said, stop. Get your phone. Let's do this. So, you know what? Let's not put any limitations on what we can do, because then we don't know we can't do it. Yes. I mean, you think about what the lives you have changed, Alex. People, you're in a business where people get, after their procedure, 95% fail, but only if they're not with you from you coaching. And I'm like, man, your strategies and what you have done, you can mirror and match and apply to any business, wherever it is, any relationship, because it's a matter of understanding the mindset. And that's what I love,
Exactly.
I mean, my podcast is Get Your Mindset with Mark. And that's when you said it's Get Mindset. I was like, oh, I love this guy. And thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for taking this time and spending it with me as well. So when it comes to mindset, this can be applied to everything, just as you were saying, with relationships, with any business. And what I apply it to is weight loss. Tell me, how can somebody apply mindset to weight loss, in your opinion, in your words?
Well, just like you, in anything there are certain patterns that people run. And here's what's interesting. Especially you'll get this, but I want your listeners to get this, Alex. Is why do people, if we're in charge of our own life, right? Yeah. And we're in charge of our thoughts, then we want to be successful. We want to be healthy. We want to be thinner. We want to be smart. We want to have healthy relationships. We want to be more successful. We want to learn to communicate. These are desires from our conscious mind. And here's what's interesting. We believe that we're in charge of all this. Then why do we do things in life that we don't want to do, knowing we're going to get a result that we don't want, and we do it anyway? It's because of patterns we run in our mind. We will jeopardize our values, morals, and standards to get our needs met. Our brains are in survival. How many people, when you're coaching, see, they think that they're coming there for you to coach them to lose weight. Yeah. You're giving them their life and lifestyle back because of a past situation, most likely an event that happened, and you give them a new story, a new meaning, a new hope, a new love, something that they probably never experienced was love and intimacy. Into me I see, you see in them, and give them their life back. It's understanding the patterns. And that's what it's about.
That's powerful. That's powerful. So what do you use mindset on, I guess, on the grand scale? What do you do? Well, actually, I found you from a seminar. Okay.
Yes. And what's interesting, you want to know what's cool? Think about this, Alex. I speak all over.
Yes.
I've done events I've been on the road with Robert Kiyosaki. They were just offered to go on, the NACs, which is with Tony Robbins and, all these guys from the Shark Tank. And what was interesting is I became friends with Sam. Sam has been a big influence of mine. He got me started in podcasting.
Yeah.
He said, get your message out there. You got something to share, nothing to prove. I thought, wow. And I said, have you ever, remember the last event we did? I said, Sam, have you ever done a live event? He goes, no, I haven't. I go, why? He goes, what if people don't show up? I go, what if they do? What if we don't, make any money? He says, what if we do? See, no matter what, it's a mindset. So what we do is we have to kill the story that's feeding us the right to procrastinate and have fear. Divorce that story. Let's marry a new story. What's interesting is this thing called life is an illusion. But we believe our illusions. And because of that, we create our patterns and our behaviors. And we got to realize, what do we do in life? I get people and companies to be more productive, to grow in business and personally, to unlock the blocks and the programs that they've had from a previous experience that created fear of procrastination, so they can, both in education and entertainment, so they can turn their dreams into reality. So what do I really do? I do hypnosis. But aren't we walking around in a state of hypnosis?
Yeah.
I mean, we're listening to other people's limiting beliefs and what they can't do. Your whole thing is you change people's belief system, their story, and empower them. And you never put them on a diet. But yet they seem to get them down to their ideal weight. You walk them through. I do the same thing. But we do it in relationships, in business, in communication, in health, in fitness, in loving ourselves. Because if we don't love ourselves, we can't love anybody else.
Yeah, it's just about unlocking that mental, breaking that mental barrier, and allowing you to divorce that story, that negative story, and open up to something that's real. Because what you believe is not real, right? What you believe is that you can't do it. What you believe is you can't lose weight. And we show you the way, right? You show them the way.
Well, you do, I do as well. And the reason why is because our brains are not designed to succeed. They're designed to find reasons to fail. So we don't have to take risk. So if we fail and we took risk, people will judge us, and then what? We won't be loved and accepted.
Correct.
And think about this. You're on stage. I ask you a simple question. Every thought is a physical response. Your body squirmed like, oh my God, podcast, oh my God, right? You did it within 15 minutes from me getting you to squirm. You celebrate it. See, we got to condition our mind and our body to celebrate, and that breaks the pattern that we can't do it.
Yes.
So how easy was it once you got done with it? The first one, on stage, live, in front of everybody.
So much easier. It was like a weight got lifted off my shoulders, And I remember too, because I said, my mouth is actually getting dry. You got me some water. It was so funny. I was like, man, okay, my heart was beating so fast. And I know that I can do it. I talk on this every single day with hundreds of people, with hundreds of patients. Yet, there was that anxiety, that barrier, that story that, I guess, what if I fail? What if I stumble? I don't even know what the negative outcome was in my head that was blocking me from pulling the trigger. And I was blaming time. I don't have time, and I'm so busy. And I actually preach that to everybody else. You do have time, because, when it comes to fitness and my body and my own personal and how I coach, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's breaking through those mental barriers.
Sometimes we teach what we most need to learn. Even me, Alex, even me. Now you got a cooking show that people get to come watch. Before, you used to cook. Now you turn into something that's inspirational that you get to share. And the one thing is, when we feel we have to deliver and people are going to judge us versus, it's always about me. What if I don't deliver? What if people don't like me? What if the one word it goes back to is me, I, and it goes back to that. When you step on that stage, whether it be Facebook Live, podcasting, the kitchen, cooking, sharing, it's not about you. It's just an experience that you've done every day of your life. And that our minds will find reasons to be busy so we don't have to take the action on things.
Absolutely.
The whole thing is, boom, if we take the action, it goes away. Remember, I think I even asked this question. I'm not sure if it did or not. How many have never skydived? And if you raise your hand, I go, how many be afraid to skydive? The same ones raise their hand. How will you know? Because the story and illusion of what we think would happen. But yet everybody that skydives says, man, I'd have done that. I wish I want to do that again. Isn't that interesting? You did the one part. Did you want to do it again right after your podcast?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
I still
get
get
your
that
message out there,
anxiety. I still get a little nervous, but I'm also way more excited to knock it out.
You turned fear into energy. And everybody out there can do that with the right coach. See, all we are, Alex, is coaches from experiences.
Absolutely.
And we can get coached too. I have a lot of men. Sam's my coach. We coach each other. You're my coach when it comes, if I need help, who am I going to call? The guy, me, the guy that's a little overweight, or the guy that, if you ain't seen Alex, you got to check him out. Go look at his Facebook. You're going to see, damn, that dude's got it going on. Every woman wants to love him. Every man wants to be like him. That's just the way it is. So you think about a model. You don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. And that's what I respect so much about you. Everybody in our group walks the walk.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we don't get stuck. We just don't live there. And we pull each other out. And that's what I love about it, It's how do you pull yourself out? What is your message, I really love the message that you have, And I want to invite you to another event that's going to craft your message to really let people know who you are.
I'll be there. I've already gotten so much value from you already, When it comes to mindset, I preach this to everybody, and it is mindset, but also the foundation is still going to be the choices and the criteria that I provide. Now, if somebody wants help from you to grow in this and to evolve in their mindset and also get a little bit of help, how can they get a contact? How can they contact you?
Well, I love, they can email me, and I'm also putting a program together where they text a certain thing, and I give them 5 tips on how to become successful right now in today's, how to create even more money, even more success, which I'm putting together. That was one of my things today I'm doing.
Nice.
Putting that on the list. They can go to my show, because, I've done over 10,000 hypnosis shows worldwide.
Wow.
They can go there to hypnotize me, Mark, M-A-R-K, mark.com, and they can see some of the different programs they have. They can email me from there. They can listen to my podcast. I also have another website that I tour with. This is my successcombination.com, where it's all my programs where I really teach people about massive transformation. And in life, that's what it's about. It's about being fulfilled, not just being successful, being fulfilled. And how do you get that transformation,
Absolutely.
And I would love them to listen to some podcasts. I think I did a podcast with you earlier today, and wait till they hear this one. They get to know who Alex really is and what you do. You blew my mind.
I'm going to put a link in that on the description for this page. But yeah, the reason why I ask that is because I'm not an expert in mind state and getting your mind right. I have a foundation on it, and I do have a lot of patients who hear what I'm saying and understand it, but it's only just, I still can't follow it because I have
There's that wall,
mental barriers. Yeah. And that's where my expertise stops. And that's where, yours continues. So if you guys want to get more information, or if you want to get help in guiding down that path, follow Mark, jump on his podcast, send him an email if you have any questions, jump on his website.
Plus, I can get a free book, Creating the Life You Want, by going to my website there. Let me know that, I was on the podcast with you, And by doing that, let them pick out any audio program. My gift for them listening, it's $20 to $40 value, gift for free. Go to hypnotizingmark.com and they can actually pick out whatever they want. Just mention when they email me, just click on the email me and then put in there Alex. And if you put Alex in there,
the right life, then he will know.
I'll know the deal.
So when it comes to any tips that my listeners can do right now in terms of mental state or exercising the mind into transitioning or helping them with weight loss, what can they do?
Well, the thing is, I'm not going to motivate them. I'm going to get them to take the action because they're already motivated. Or they wouldn't be listening. They wouldn't be coming to you. They wouldn't be coming to me. They wouldn't be going to seeking out other ways of getting down to their ideal weight. And what I love is number one is understand what influences us. The one thing you got to interrupt the current pattern in our life that gets you to stop and get you to procrastinate. The moment you have any kind of an idea, a thought, a feeling, if you let your mind dwell on it, it will talk you out of getting the result. So the moment you get an idea, get up, do something about it immediately, and it interrupts the pattern. Second thing is, you got to stop chasing weight loss and realize that who and you are going to serve and how many people are going to serve by getting down to your ideal weight. If you're chasing something, it runs away. Well, I got to go do this diet. I got to do this. You're chasing it. What if you said, how many people am I going to serve by me, not think about it's all about me and my weight loss. I'm going to serve by being an influence to somebody else. From that point of view, your brain goes, serving, contribution, giving. It's the second thing. Third thing is language patterns. Nobody's overweight. They just have excess weight that doesn't belong to them and they borrowed it. Just by saying that, they don't have to ever be on a diet. They never have to deprive themselves. See, I don't believe in ever depriving yourself. The moment you deprive yourself, you never get a permanent result. That's just my belief.
Yeah.
Because look at the TV show, The Biggest Loser. They deprived. They got down to where they wanted to be, and they went back up. They didn't lose it overnight. They didn't put it on overnight. And this is a way of learning how patterns work. Your language pattern. I want them to immediately start saying, I'm not overweight. You're not lying to yourself. What you do is you're giving a new program. It's like I've got to program my computer. I'm going to go to Google instead of Yahoo. It's a different program. You are getting down to your ideal weight, enjoying the process, and influencing others. That's what you're doing, right? Yeah. And the fourth thing is what are you grateful for? You know, what are some of the things and the relationships you have in your life? What you focus on is what you're going to attract in life. Well, what do you want in life? Well, I know I don't want that. Boom. What are you going to get? Exactly what you don't want. Be aware of your language and what are you really grateful for? Well, I'm grateful I got out of bed. I'm grateful I found a coach. I'm grateful that I'm still here and have an opportunity. I'm grateful that I get to love more and learn more. So what are the 5 things you're grateful for when you wake up? And the other thing is pay yourself a compliment every day.
I love
that.
Pay
yourself first. Your compliment. You love yourself. Intimacy. And just by doing that, you're going to get into your subconscious mind, the part that reacts automatically to get the result that you know you always wanted and deserved. There is no event or story that keeps you back unless you give that power. This is taking your power back.
I love that. I love that. Gratitude is the best attitude. That's what I say.
That is so cool. I got to write that one down.
There it is. It's yours. That's awesome, Mark. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Thank you for speaking with me, guys. Listen to Mark. He knows what he's talking about. He helped me, get out of my comfort zone and get things moving. And
actually, all I did was I gave you an opportunity. You had the choice.
Yes.
Everybody has a choice, just like your clients. You're giving them the opportunity to say it's okay. And what I love about you is you hold their hand the entire time. People are scared. If you have a child that's going to kindergarten, you don't go, now baby, son or daughter, right out their front yard is a bus stop. You're going to see this big old, it's like a really big car. It's called the bus. It's yellow, and you're going to get on that bus, and they're going to take you to school, and then you'll find your class. They end the class, you go back. There'll be a bunch of those buses, so make sure you know which bus you're getting on, and they'll take you back here. Then you come home, and you walk in the house. You would never do that. That child would be scared. You take your child by the hand, and you walk them on the bus, and you walk them to school, and you're there, and you walk them back. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You walk them through,
and then eventually
get it
on their own. Yes.
Boom. Nobody's on their own. We take the fear out of it because we're understanding that, you know what? We're here as a service to them. How many people can you serve, and what can we do to service them? And that's what I love about what we do.
I love it. I love it.
I served you by telling you, let's do it right now. Here's what I didn't do. I didn't give you time to think. You thought, and as soon as you thought, your brain started finding excuses and your body squirmed, putting you on the spot going, let's do it now. Did we make you feel uncomfortable? No, we walked you through it. And within 2 minutes, all the stress was gone.
Yeah,
all the weight from your shoulders was gone.
I loved it. I loved it.
Now you have to rock.
I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. and it's gonna be, it set the foundation for hopefully some media for years to come, and some and helping millions of people.
You're on the path, brother. Don't stop now.
All right, Mark.
You're on the path.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, brother. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you very much.
All right. Take care.
All right.
All right, guys. So that was Mark Yuzuik, transformational speaker, master hypnotist, and best-selling author. I hope you got a lot of value out of what he had to say today. I will put a link into his website, markyuzuik.com. Like he said, if you want to shop his programs, he does have a lot of very influential mindset programs on his website. If you want to just jump on there and take a look and reach out, just let him know that you heard him on this podcast, Alex, the Right Life Podcast, and he will hook you up. All right, guys, take care. Have a great, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next. Peace.
This was another episode of The Right Life Podcast. For more motivation and future episodes with Alex, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any life-changing moments.